You know what? I'm gonna go down and get a water anyway.
Okay, Garker sound is right down.
Can you hear my voice? You can hear it?
Yes, I can hear it.
Alright, perfect. Yeah, that's because I have the walkie-talkie right by the microphone. Test. Test.
For my next trick, I will magically get an offer to sell this car to CarMax in less than 2 minutes. Will be dropped into the pit of doom.
Actually, getting an instant online offer to sell your car to CarMax isn't magic. It's a real offer you can get in under 2 minutes.
Car selling reimagined.
Your favorite primetime channels are on YouTube. Now you can watch the TV and movies you love, from Paramount Plus, Stars, NFL Sunday Ticket, and a whole lot more. Find your favorite movies and TV here on YouTube.
creating your first video? You should start with the music. Go to artlist.io and get high-quality music and sound effects for
Welcome to Avon Lake Memorial Stadium for tonight's matchup against the Avon Lake Shoremen and the Strongsville Mustangs. I'm Drew Gardner here with Owen Budzar for tonight's broadcast for the start of the 2023 football season.
Yeah, it should be a good season. It's a great start. Strongsville, historically a decent opponent, but the past few years we've kind of put a little bit of a beating on them.
Yeah, last year 38-0 in favor of the Shoremen, and it's going to be a little bit of a different year for head coach Matt Kostelnik. Last year they were 9-3, 5-2 in the conference. There are 3 losses coming against 3 of some of the toughest opponents in Northeast Ohio. But this year, they're coming back with a lot of offensive starters from last year, but only 4 defensive starters. They usually hang their hat on defense, so it's going to be interesting to see how their defense comes out at the start of the season with so many newcomers.
Yeah, definitely a lot of holes that need to be filled, but there's also some keys coming back. Defensive line has one returning starter, Carter Sargent, and he was a valuable tool for them last year. Plenty of valuable players still out there, and some may see him as mentors for those younger players coming up to fill in a role.
Yeah, and in the meantime, on the offensive end, a lot of returning starters, a lot of skill positions that are very dynamic. Even though you lose starting quarterback Jeremy Zick, who was a senior last year, Alex Alfolter fills in that role. And then you have Luke Stewie at wide receiver, who has multiple D1 commits. Everybody on the line coming back with Clay Broadhurst, who was a third-team All-Ohio selection, Max Riley, sophomore, multiple D1 commits, and then Wade Nelson, who, if he didn't get hurt, probably goes for 1,000 yards last year.
Yeah, a lot of key points. And Alex Alfolter, although he's coming off of not starting, he has talent, and he can throw the ball pretty far.
We're going to pause briefly for the national anthem. Okay, we're back at Avon Lake Memorial Stadium. We're getting you ready for the kickoff between the Shoremen and the Mustangs. I'm Drew Gardner here with Owen. And we didn't really get to talk about Strongsville's team. They were a young team last year and really only have one senior, I think two senior contributors from last year, one being Xavier Belvin, the running back, and then cornerback Stacy Solomon Jr. The rest are kind of up-and-comers, but they do have a pretty big and strong quarterback in Nolan Beard. Maybe he looks to push the ball down the field against this young secondary. What do you think?
Yeah, I think any team that has returning players can be better.
Sorry, we had some technical difficulties there, but we are back here for the kickoff. Senior kicker Ian Walsh is going to kick it off to Strongsville to start, so we'll see our Shoremen on defense here. And here we go as we start, and it looks like it's going to be a touchback. Great punt there by Ian Walsh, and here comes the Mustangs out on offense to start the game.
Definitely some aggression going for that kickoff by blockers and defenders. You know, both teams ready to get at it.
It's always good to come off of those long summer practices against somebody different than your teammate, amps you up just a little bit more. And here we have the Mustang starting offense coming out here. And number 17, Nolan Beard, starting off at quarterback here. He's in the shotgun. Snap. Direct handoff there to, looks like, number 4, Xavier Belvin. Picks up a couple yards there.
Yeah, he did a good job of hitting that hole in the gap, but the Shoreman really closed it on him, only giving him, it's still a solid 3.5 yards, but, they really closed it down on him.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to run a little bit of a option off of that. You'll look for the quarterback to keep it there, and on occasion, if the defense overcommits. Here's the snap. We're in the shotgun again. This time we're passing downfield. Caught over the middle. Looks like number 88. That's Logan Brown, senior wide receiver.
Very good play right there. The quarterback, he did a good job reading the field, finding that hole right in the middle, which is a dangerous spot to throw normally. But if you can find your receiver open right there, then you're good.
Put it up high where only his receiver could get it, and Strongsville now has their first down of the game, and they are at the 44-yard line, pushing towards midfield. Again in the shotgun, this time Belvin to the left, and that's going to keep it, but he's stuffed at the line by a swarm of Shoreman defenders, so nice stop there by the Shoreman.
Interesting time for a quarterback keep first down, so you still got 3 downs to go, but you have 10 yards to gain. I mean, that's normally a second and medium, second and short kind of play, in my opinion.
Yeah, how much and you always see it when you're watching a pro game, but how much do high school coaches script the first few offensive plays here at the beginning of the game?
I feel those first plays are scripted more than anything else. When it gets to the later in the fourth quarter, that's when it's a coin flip.
And here's a handoff to Belvin again, and again he's stuffed at the line. So now the Shoreman's starting to get a little bit of a push there up at the line. Looks like he was stopped there by, I know 52 was in there. 52, that was Clay Broadhorst in on the tackle. So Clay playing both ways there, defensive tackle, and he's one of the best linemen probably in the area on the offensive end. So Clay getting a little push there into the Mustang offense. Here's a swing pass over to the left sideline there, completed, but not really anywhere to go. I'm not sure if he got anything there, so it looks like Strongsville is going to have to punt after a good first set of downs, not much after that first down.
Yeah, and a little bit of aggressive play from the defense right there. They brought Derek McCrum off the edge to blitz, and I think that might have scared the quarterback a little bit into throwing a pass into someone that didn't really have a path to run.
And Derek McCrum, Penn commit, that's where he'll be playing ball next year, and he's kind of your Swiss Army knife on defense, the guy that played defensive back to start and then shifted to linebacker, so he's got a lot of versatility there on the defensive end.
Yes, he does.
So punt, and that was number 1 there, Luke Stewie with the return. Picked up a few yards, and now we'll get to see that Shoreman offense, who again, they're returning a lot of starters, especially on the offensive line. They've only lost 1 off of that offensive line from last year, so look for them to run to set up the pass with Nelson and with Anthony Benedict. And I think you're going to see Al Folter. I was watching a few of the practices the other day. I think you're going to see him pull it a little bit more than they did last year with some of those option runs. And there's Nelson, takes it up the middle, gains about 3 or 4 yards there.
That's something that Nelson's really good at. He gets his leg moving, and he rarely falls backwards. He always gains a couple of yards after he gets hit falling forwards, and if he breaks free, it's over. So,
yeah, he's got a lot of speed, and he looks like a one-cut runner there. Hits that hole, and he's not a lot of juking back there, not a lot of hesitation. Picks his hole and gets positive yards. Second down and about 6 here for the Shoreman. Affolter hands it in off, and there's Nelson off the end. And it looked like he had a little bit of daylight, but good stop there by the cornerback for the Mustangs. But gets some more positive yardage, and it looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 4.
This is a good 3rd down situation. There's a lot of options you can have. You can run a play action. You can run a short pass, a long pass. You can even run it if you want to go that route. I wouldn't, but it's an option. I mean, 3rd and 4 is it's a comfortable spot to be in.
Shoreman set up in the shotgun here. Snap to Affolter. Another handoff to Nelson. Makes a few moves and is unable to find the hole there, and he's pushed back for a 3-yard loss. So both teams struggling here, and really the best play was that seam down the middle from the Mustangs. So a forced punt here by the Mustangs, and we'll see Ian Walsh here punting it back to the Mustangs.
I did think that was an interesting play, though. They had a near trip to right at the top of the field furthest from us, and all 3 of those guys came down and crashed a block, but defenders got through and made the play.
Low punt, and there's a flag there, maybe a block in the back. We'll see, and he's brought down early by, looks like number 33 on the tackle.
I believe that was just a ball marker.
Isaac Durbin, and okay. Fair point. Yeah, ball marker there. So it's hard to tell. Maybe I'm just colorblind. I don't know.
Maybe.
But no flag on the play. So we had a short return there, stopped by Isaac Durbin. And the defense is back on the field for the Shoremen. Mustang set up, trips to the right here for the Mustangs as Beard sets up in the shotgun. Snap, fake handoff. A lot of time. Flushed out of the pocket a little bit, and that's a flag.
That is a flag. Yes.
That's a flag.
I did not like how much time Beard had in the pocket right there. Defensive line that we have, I know we don't have a lot of returning players, but it has power, and they need to be able to get in there.
So we have an illegal man downfield for the Mustangs, so that's going to come back. So it looks like they're going to move them back here. It was kind of a dangerous pass too. He was kind of falling away throwing that pass, and he was able to just get enough on it. The receiver kind of caught it low, but they wipe off the play with the illegal man downfield. So back in that familiar shotgun. This time they have trips to the opposite side. Snap to Beard. Fake handoff. He's going to keep it, and he's stopped by number 10. That's Derek McCrum with the tackle as he falls forward for not quite back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good play by McCrum right there, reading the quarterback, breaking down where he needs to be, just doing his job, and sometimes that's the most important thing to do, and his job happened to be the one that made the tackle.
Yeah, if you know your quarterback is a threat to run, you're probably going to pick one of your most athletic guys to kind of spy on him, right? Across the middle. Oh, almost picked off, bobbled, no, incomplete. Looks like he was going to the tight end there, 87. So pass intended for Matt Fanos.
Yeah, that ball bobbled around a little bit. It came off his hands, and it almost looked like another Strongsville player caught it, but it hit the ground first.
So 3rd down and 10. We'll see what the Mustangs draw up there in that familiar trip set again. Fake handoff. Pulls it, but is quickly brought down. Let's see who got penetration there for the D-line. Looks like 85?
Tyler Fuente.
Tyler Fuente.
He didn't get a lot of playing time last year, but he's a big, strong kid who
so that's 95, Tyler Fuente on the tackle there. So good push for Tyler. So the Mustangs punted away. Luke Stewie waiting to receive. Low snap there, but is able to get it off. Looks like it's returnable. Here goes Stewie up the crease. Oh, just gets tripped up by number 1.
Good return, though, by
Joe Stevens, yeah.
Only sacrificing about, 12, 13 yards from where they punted it.
Not a lot of airtime on that punt, so that enabled him to get across midfield, and they're going to start on their on the Mustangs. Looks like 47 there. So let's see if the Shoremen can string together a couple of drives here. No first downs yet for the Shoremen, but let's see if they can string something together here for their second series. All alone in the shotgun for Al Folter. And now Nelson comes back to join him. Hand off to Nelson. Tries to get up the middle, but is swarmed by a bunch of Mustang defenders, and he's brought down by number 2, J.J. Pleasant.
Good work by Nelson getting back to the line. It looked like he was going to lose a yard or two, but he fought back and got right back to the line of scrimmage. Not what you want on a first down, but better than losing yards.
So number 2, listed as a DB, but it looks like he's playing linebacker there, maybe a little run blitz there from number 2. And on second down, Al Folter tries to get it to number 9 in the flat, and just let him a little bit too much. He had to kind of dive for that one and was unable to come up with it. So we're going to be third down again, and 3rd and 10 basically here for the Shoremen. So the play's in here, and we're going to have 4 wide here with Al Folter joined by Nelson in the backfield. Al Folter back. Looks to keep it and didn't see anything downfield and is sacked for a loss.
He did have plenty of time in the pocket, but it didn't look like any of his receivers were open up, so he tried to take it himself, but unfortunately he got taken down by the defense.
So good field position doesn't pay off, but let's see if Walsh, who's one of the best kickers in the area, let's see if he can pin them down here deep in their own territory.
Yeah, we've seen Walsh in his career do a lot of good punts.
So caught early by number 2, finds an opening there. He's down the sideline up to the 50, but it's fumbled, and it looks like the Mustangs were the last to have it before it went out of bounds. So it looks like they're going to get it at, it was fumbled out of bounds up to the 46-yard line. That looks like about where they're going to get it, actually going to be about the 45-yard line. So good return. Again, not a lot of hang time on that punt. That enabled kind of beat your own coverage, right? So when the coverage wasn't able to get down there, and that enabled number 2. That was Pleasant again, J.J. Pleasant, who had a nice return there. And now the Mustangs have it in their own territory. Beard flushed out of the pocket, near sack. He's going to keep it and puts his head down and is able to pick up about 6 yards there.
Good pressure by Fuente there, but he got wrapped around, and his containment got left open, and Beard was able to take that outside run and gain a solid chunk of yards, make it a little bit easier for his Mustangs.
So 2nd down and 4 here for the Mustangs. Getting a good look at this Shoreman defense early. Young Shoreman defense, right? A lot of players getting a lot of playing time that they maybe didn't see last year. And looks like a false start or legal procedure there on the Mustangs. So break for the Shoremen as they're going to march him back here. But as I was saying, this is a young defense, but you've got some good leadership there with McCrum and Stewie, and Sargent. Here's a drop back from the Mustangs quarterback Beard, and is unable to connect. He had 2 Shoremen right around him. That would have been a tough play to complete.
Yeah, just left him a little bit short. A hard pass to make when you're under that much pressure, but good play by the Shoreman defense.
We've seen a few times the Shoreman D-line has been able to flush him out of the pocket, so trying to make him uncomfortable. Maybe, they keep getting that pressure. Maybe they force him into a mistake. So here's 3rd down and about 9 for the Mustangs. And it looks like another Shoreman were showing pressure there. It looks like the Mustangs jumped again on the left side of that line, so they're going to move him back. And this makes 3rd down even more difficult here for the Mustangs. So we got 3rd and 15. Two out to Beard's left. He's joined by Belvin in the backfield. And again flushed out by Sargent there. Throws it away out of bounds, and he he's lucky he was able to get it just out of bounds, because that was another dangerous throw off of his left foot there. But I think Fuente was in there again, but Sargent was really bearing down on him.
Yeah, good pressure by both defensive ends right there. Sargent, really making him run outside, and Fuente chasing him down, forcing a throw. Good teamwork right there by the defensive line.
It seems like the Mustangs are looking to pass a lot. I thought they would be going to their senior running back a little bit more. We saw one handoff to him early, and Beard has ran it a couple of times, but they're trying to test that young Shorman defensive backfield. And here's a wobbly punt here, and then Stewie's just going to let it roll, and it's going to be downed at the Shorman 21. So we'll get another chance to see the Shorman offense here.
Yeah, hopefully they can snap into a rhythm. So far 0-0 with only a minute 54 remaining.
Not really much success for either team on offensively. So,
no, but if you look at the defensive end, both teams are, making stops and doing their jobs.
Yeah.
Not a lot of huge plays yet, but fundamentally everyone on defense is there.
All right, we got 4 wide out here. Here comes Benedict in motion. He'll join in the backfield with Nelson and Alfolter. Handoff to Nelson. Finds a little bit of a crease, maybe a yard, but there's a flag on the play.
I think this one's going to go on Strongsville. Oh, and I am wrong.
And, yeah, Shorman are walking back, so that's not a good sign.
No, you don't. If you're an offense, you don't want to be backed this much. You never want your backs this close to the end zone. It's a dangerous spot to be in.
I'm not sure what the call was, if it was a holding or if it was a block in the back. But at any rate, they are moving back 10 yards here, so we've got 4 wide again. There's a fake to Benedict and a swing out to Stewie, number 1. Gets up the sideline and gets past the original line of scrimmage and gains another 5 yards. So good play there by the Shoremen to make up some of that yardage lost from the penalty. So looks like it's going to be about second and 8, 2nd and 7. Alfolter back in the shotgun. 4 wide with Benedict in the backfield. Another pass to Stewie, and that's going to be a first down for Stewie, who is able to shake free from a defender and pick up those couple extra yards. So first down for the Shoremen today, and they're going to key here on Stewie to help him get down the field here.
Yeah, momentum is key. Keep your heads high, keep pounding through, and once you get your wheels turning, this team will have a hard time stopping.
Now Alfolter under center. Handoff bobbled there by Benedict. It was just a bad exchange there from Alfolter and Benedict. He's able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but missed opportunity there. And here comes Stewie and Sargent back in the game. 2nd and 9, they're calling it. And we got McCrum split out to the right, Stewie out to the left with number 17. And there's a quarterback keeper by Alfolter, and he gains about 3 yards there.
Yeah, good choice right there. It looked like an option play, and good choice to pull because Benedict got all wrapped up in the backfield.
And here comes Carter Burke into the game, and it's going to be 3rd down and 6 here for the Shoremen. We're back into the shotgun. Here comes Stewie in motion. Snap to Alfolter. Cuts across for number 17. Oh, and he tried to get upfield there and is brought down about 4 yards short of the first down. Number 17, Aiden Stewart.
Yeah, just need to turn that ball upfield a little bit. He was running a little too much towards the sideline and not towards the end zone.
And that's the end of the first quarter with no score here at Avon Lake Memorial Stadium. We'll be back here with the second quarter of action on Anchor News Now.
And he was getting all mad at me too that I told them not to play it. It wasn't that I didn't want to play it. I just had like no time. I have no idea. Scott said that it was from down there.
All right, we are back with the second quarter here, and we're going to start off with a punt by Ian Walsh. Start off this second quarter. Here's the snap. A little bit of pressure, but he's able to get off a little higher punt this time around. Shakes free. That's number 2.
Two
And
flags down.
Yeah, 2 flags down, so we'll see if this comes back. But nice little return there by number 2, J.J. Pleasant. And it looks like the offense for Strongsville is moving back in the other direction, so I think this is coming back. So, Owen, anything surprise you here in the first quarter from either side of the ball?
Yeah. The score is 0-0.
Yeah, I didn't expect that either.
Yeah. You know, normally the Shoremen are a higher scoring team. Last year, plenty of games over 30 points. And to Strongsville, a game that they beat 38-0 last year. And, you know, the Shoremen haven't been able to get any points on the board yet. And you don't want to do that late in the fourth quarter when you have to. You'd rather get a lead early, you know, take advantage.
All right, well, let's see what Strongsville can do here at the start of the second quarter here. Beard back in the shotgun. Hand off to Belvin. Belvin gets up past the 20 for a pickup of 5. And we haven't called his name since that first play in the first quarter, at least for a handoff. So Belvin getting back into action. And I wonder, too, you know, obviously Avon Lake kind of handed it to him last year. And now, you know, with the Mustangs were a young team. Now they're a little bit older, have a little bit of familiarity. They kind of knew what was coming, right, this time around. So that makes things a little bit difficult when you're game planning, right? And there's a pass across the middle to the 33-yard line. And that is completed. Beard to number 85, Will Dasher. So nice pickup there for the Mustangs. Mustangs have had some success throwing the ball, but they haven't been able to sustain anything because when they have dropped back, they've gotten some pressure from those young Shoreman linemen. But if they can string some stuff together and get the Shoremen on their heels, this could be problematic. Here's another drop back here. Beard keeps it this time and is able to scramble and pick up about 3 yards. So able to salvage that play, and it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, the Strongsville has definitely been getting, you know, some good yardage at the beginning of their drives, but the Shoremen seem to adjust to what they're doing every drive and, you know, kind of stop them. You just know that neither coach is happy right now.
No, I'm sure every coach is imagining that first drive of the season ends in a score, right? And picking right up where they left off, there's Beard again with a quick slant to number 9, and that's Jeremy Knopf.
Yeah, you got to think of what adjustments the Shoremen are going to make. You know, on the fly like this is a lot of times hard to do, but you just have to trust everyone to do their job and you know, fill their spots.
It seems like Strongsville's going more towards quick pass. They're trying to get the ball out a little bit quicker because they know that rush is coming. So good pass there by Beard. And here's a little rollout, a little design run for Beard. And he breaks free and puts his shoulder down and is able to get all the way up to the Shoreman 38 or 39.
Yeah, he ran right into Derek McCrum, who was able to take him down with him. But, you know, a hardy blow for a quarterback.
So good mix of play calling here for the Mustangs as they've found some success here with Beard running and with some quick passes. And here's the Mustangs now set up in the shotgun. Belvin back with them. They're in a trip formation. Here's another quick pass across the seam to 85, but just through his fingertips there. So we'll have 2nd down and 10 here for the Mustangs in the Shoreman territory.
Yeah, good work by the Shoreman defense right there. Defensive backs, you know, covering their men. And the defensive line forcing the quarterback to make a tough throw, and the pass ends up being high, and it's an incomplete ball.
When you know that ball's coming out quick, you got to kind of anticipate, right? You know, to try to make it a little bit tougher on the wide receivers. And there's a handoff up the middle to Belvin, and he's brought down by Sargent. And it looks like McCrum was in there as well.
Yeah,
so loss of 1 there for the Mustangs.
That whole defensive line ended up swarming in and bringing it down by the end, but McCrum and Sargent really got in there and stuffed them.
So we got 3rd down and 10 here for the Mustangs. They marched down the field here a little bit, and now they've kind of stalled. So let's see if the Shoremen can bring some pressure here on 3rd down. Shotgun for Beard. Here comes Pace around the edge, and it's going to be close. That was completed across the middle there for Dasher, who comes up with the catch. And they're moving the chains, so it's going to be 1st down for the Mustangs. So they brought a little pressure there with Pace around the edge and just wasn't able to get to him quick enough. And that kind of opened up that crossing route there in the middle for Dasher.
Yeah, this is a dangerous area if you're the Shoreman defense right now. This is, you know, a good spot to make a play, but at the same time, you know, this is nearing field goal range. You know, points are in view for Strongsville.
Beard back to pass, throwing a little deep fade towards the corner, and good coverage there by Stewie to make a difficult pass there for Beard.
The referee threw a flag right around the 25-yard line.
There's a legal man downfield there again. Legal man downfield for the Mustangs, rather. So that's coming back. So, again, Mustangs get another 1st down, and now they're marching right back. And so a break there for the Shoremen.
I think that was an interesting play call, that last play, that deep ball. You know, they've been marching just with solid runs and short passes. You know, it's a good way to change it up, keep the defense guessing, but
yeah. And is that just one of those things where you're looking for single coverage and you get single coverage, so you're just going to take a shot downfield. And there's a swing out wide to Belvin. There's no one near him. He's up to the 20, 15, 10, slips at the 5, and stopped at the 4-yard line, but there was no one near him. So now Mustangs are in range here in the red zone and pounding on the doorstep here. So the Shoremen are going to have their hands full here.
Yeah, within that 5-yard line, that's a tough spot to be a defense, but it's also a tough spot to be an offense. That defense is a lot more compact, and it can be harder to, you know, get a run through or a pass.
So we got 3 in the backfield here, and it's going to the last person there, Belvin, and he is stuffed and for a loss there. Looks like pace there on the tackle.
Yeah, Stewie scooped up the ball and started running with it like he scooped up a fumble, but the play was called dead.
So we'll have second down, and they're still there at the 4-yard line, so they must have given them forward progress there. So again, they're in that 3 running back package there. There's the fake. Beard keeps it. Looking deep in the back of the end zone, but too tall for the intended receiver. That looks like number 3, Josh Barnes. Is that number 3 there? Or is that... It's hard to see the numbers because of the way their jerseys are. They're kind of scrunched up. But I think maybe that was number 7, Storm Miller. At any rate, incomplete for the Mustangs. And they'll try it again on third down here. Or, no, it looks like it's second down. Was there a flag on the play?
Yeah, there was a flag.
Okay. So flag on the play, and looks like that put the Mustangs back 5 more yards. So it's 2nd and 9 now. So they'll replay the down here. And the Mustangs are going to be in the shotgun package with Belvin next to Beard. 3 outright. Beard rolls outright. Looking, keeps it, and 5 touchdown Mustangs.
Yeah, he really he was looking for the pass, but he found a lane. He got outside of that defensive containment, and he cut back in and
they're kind of like, it's almost you flood that side with receivers, right? So it pushes all those DBs back. They're trying to cover the end zone, and there's no one to pick him up in the flat when he keeps it. So good play there by the Mustangs. Extra point is good. So we got our first score of the ball game with the Mustangs on top 7-0 with 6:27 to go in the first half. A lot of time taken off the clock there by the Mustangs, and you got to expect the Shoremen are tired. They're leaning on a lot of new guys, and this is their first extended action of the year. So they're probably gassed right now, I imagine.
Oh yeah, the first game's always tough, and you like to come out winning and with momentum, so you can just keep rolling. But it's really hard to play from behind, especially week 1 games.
So now the Shoremen are going to get the ball back. What would you do in this situation? You're down 7. Like, obviously you want to get a score here, but you also don't want to panic.
I say you stay to your game plan. You've studied this team. You've played this team in the past. You know their tendencies. You've seen their film. I'm sure they've gotten film from scrimmages. And these teams spend a lot of time in the film room studying. So as of right now, it's still the first half. Wait till halftime to make adjustments. Just tweak things here and there for now, but you don't want to change anything too big. This team, you've studied. You just need to start committing to your job and finishing.
All right, so now we have the kickoff here from Vincent Roncone for the Mustangs. He'll be kicking off, it looks like, to Nelson, and looks like Benedict back with it, but it's up by number 3, and that's Jake Bova. And Bova takes a short squib kick there and brings it all the way up to the Shoreman 46. So nice awareness by Bova, and good aggressive kickoff return there from him. So
yeah,
great field position now for the Shoremen to come back and even up this game.
Definitely a moment to try to get your team excited. Not a huge play, but something exciting, something that broke free a little bit, and work on that, build up on that moment.
First down and 10. Alf Holter back in the shotgun with Benedict. Little pressure there, but it's swung out to number 17, Aiden Stewart.
Aiden Stewart. That's a name that I'm seeing a lot today.
Yeah, sophomore wide receiver. Wasn't one that we had been highlighting, but he's seen a lot of action there. It looks like a big, tall receiver there for good sophomore wide receiver for the Shoremen. So.
Yeah, and that's something that the Shoremen are really good at, is finding young players and building them up. You know, you don't see a lot of them on varsity, but, you know, by the time they do get there, they perform.
2nd down and 5 for the Shoremen. There's a handoff to Benedict. And looks like Benedict was dropped. There may be a gain of 1. Not a lot of success here so far in the run game for the Shoremen, which I'm surprised given the experience from their line. But there's some big boys there up on the line for Strongsville, so it looks like they're getting a decent push against the Shoreman run game.
I was wondering what that commotion from the Strongsville sideline was, and then I saw a ball marker down, so I think Benedict might have fumbled it out of bounds.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so looks like it was they placed it at the Mustangs 48, so 3rd down and 4. Another handoff here. This time Nelson, and loses his footing, is unable to get up to the 1st down, just a couple yards short there for Nelson, but it looks like the Shoremen are going to go for it here on 4th down here in the Mustangs end zone. Little quick play here, and it looks like they were going to try to sneak it there and end up fumbling the snap. Are they going to call that dead? Oh, it was some movement on the line there before the play, so I think that's going to bring out the punt team for the Shoremen.
Yeah, Shoremen almost saved by their by that penalty on them. You know, that almost looked like it was going to result in a turnover. Only a couple of yards difference from their line of scrimmage.
It almost looked like one of those ones where the center was on a different, snap count than everybody else, and that's why they fumbled it.
Right, and that's just week 1 mistakes. Things that I'm sure they're going to talk about in halftime and next week. You just want to iron all this out.
Yeah, looks like we got a timeout here for Shoreman. All right, so with 5:40 left in the half, Mustangs are up 7-0 on the Shoremen, and we will be back here after this brief timeout. We are back after that brief timeout by the Shoremen, and we have Walsh back here to punt. He's set up at his own 37-yard line. Snap is back. The punt is up. Nice high punt for Walsh. And number 6 takes it at the 11, is up to the 25, and pushed out of bounds by the Shoremen there at the 28, 29-yard line. That was number 6, Elias Petit, on the return there.
Yeah, good work by him. He broke a few tackles there and got outside of the containment by the punt team of the Shoremen, and gained up a good chunk of yards.
So the Mustangs now with the lead here, and they're going to take possession here at their own 29-yard line. Beard setting up in the shotgun. The snap is back. Fake handoff here. A little pressure there. Sargent bearing down on him, and somehow gets it off. And that is completed to number 9, Jeremy Knopf. And again, you see Beard throwing off his back foot. And the scouting report said he's a big, strong kid. So you're seeing it there. He's able to, take on that pressure and still complete passes. Shotgun again. Trips to the right. 4 and 1 off to the left here. Beard takes the snap, rolls to his right. Looking deep, takes it again, and is pushed out of bounds and reaches there at the end, and I think he's going to get the first down.
Yeah, definitely aggressive aggressive playmaking by a quarterback. You don't even see that a lot in the NFL. I mean, you have Lamar Jackson and players like that, but you know, it's rare to see a quarterback that gets out of the pocket that much.
Yeah, with his size, you know, he's not afraid to take hits. You know, he's not afraid of the pressure he can see over most people. So that's a big advantage for the Mustangs, and you can see why he's such an important part of their offense. He's back again in the shotgun. He lofts it up there, and it's high pointed by number 85. Is that Dasher again? Number 85, Dasher.
Yeah,
looks like he got pushed out of bounds though, so it was an incomplete pass. But good extension from Dasher, and nice ball from Beard, just a little bit too outside to get his feet down.
Yeah, very quick pass. He knew he was passing it to him before the play even started.
Yeah.
You know, he got that ball, he set his feet, and he threw in that direction.
Is that a pre-snap read for him, you think, if he sees one-on-one coverage with Dasher and someone else, he's just going to take that? Yeah.
Yeah, I also think he's probably one of his number one receivers. You know, he trusts him to make that play. You know, if that ball was, a little bit on a better angle, then that would have been a very big play for him.
So pass completed at the 44-yard line for the Mustangs. So that gives them a little bit more manageable third down. So we have 3rd down and 6 here for the Mustangs. Again in the shotgun. There's 4, 2 out to the left, 1 out to the right. Belvin's in the backfield. And they wanted Sargent on the jump, but I don't think he quite crossed the neutral zone. But here's a handoff to Belvin. Belvin shakes, delivers a stiff arm, and driven out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down. So I think we're going to move the chains here again as the Mustangs approach midfield.
Yeah, this is that momentum I was talking about earlier. Obviously, I was talking in favor of the Shoremen, but Strongsville's really been able to build it up, and this is what the Shoremen want to tear down and take for themselves.
Yeah, I've been impressed with the performance of the linemen for the Mustangs on both sides of the ball. It seems like they've been able to dictate a lot of the pace, at least for the first half. Here's another handoff to Belvin. And Belvin delivers a forearm there to try to break through a tackle, picks up 3 yards, and Mustangs keep moving.
Yeah, Belvin starting to get the ball the last couple plays more here. They haven't been really giving him to that. They haven't been giving it to him that much. At the beginning of the game, he got stopped a few times, and it seemed like they stopped going his direction. But now, starting to give it back to him.
We're down to the 4-minute mark here in the first half, and it's going to be 2nd down and about 7 for the Mustangs. A little play action, and it's intercepted by Stewie. Stewie back up with it, across the 40 and nearly to the 45. So that's the turnover that the Shoremen were looking for. Little play action pass, and man, Stewie really extended for that ball. It looked like it was going to be well overthrown, and he was able to snag it. So that's why you have those elite athletes back there to make plays like that, and that can change the outcome of a game. Those kind of turnovers.
Yeah, those two-way skill players. The receiver and the defensive back. That's why you have them. So those receivers hopping on defense and they catch those balls. They know how to read a ball. They know how to read an offense.
So with 3:47 left to go, the Shoremen are at their own 42-yard line. Let's see if they can do something with this momentum. They got trips to the right and 1 out left. Alfolter in the shotgun. Snap is back. He's got time. He looks over the middle for Stewie, and it's caught. He's at the 30, stiff arm, trying to break free, and is taken down at the 21-yard line by number 6.
Yeah, Stewie's the X factor right now. Both sides of the ball, he had a huge interception and now a huge play in a crucial time.
And the Shoremen want to go fast here. Alfolter in the shotgun, getting the play from the sideline. Benedict back with him. Snap is back. Hand off to Benedict up the middle, and is able to get a nice little push there with some help from his lineman. That looks like number 76 there with a good push for, and that's sophomore Max Riley, who I think we mentioned before has got multiple D1 offers with only 1 year starting as a freshman. So if he gets downhill as a blocker, he can really create some separation for the running back. So they're able to get, looks like about 7 on that play.
Yeah, good place to be in right now if you're the Shoremen.
So 2nd and 3 here for the Shoremen. And Avon Lake is going to take another timeout here with 2:43 left. Down 7 here, so they're in the red zone here for the first time, and looks like they got a little bit of momentum after that interception, Owen.
Yeah, they got to keep rolling with that. Keep driving and take advantage. Get a score on the board right here. Try and make another stop before halftime, and we'll see how much time they have left. But who knows? Maybe get another 3 on the board.
It looks like the Shoremen have had some success with some of those quick reads in the passing game, especially looking for Stewie. We've seen Aiden Stewart get in on the action. We talked before about the run game. Let's run the ball to set up the pass, but it looks like it might work a little bit better the other way around. So let's see if they keep the short passing game going to get a score here before the half ends.
I think they're wrapping up the timeout right now. The offense is going back out.
Folter is going to be under center here. I formation, 2 out left. Folter with the fake. Oh, was looking for the fullback there. I think that's number 48. Eric Van Ewen, who is tight end but was playing in the fullback position there, and just couldn't get a good target on him. He was pressured by the DN who was released there. So now the Shoremen will have a 3rd down and short, try to keep the chains moving and get a touchdown or at the very least a field goal before the half ends. Shotgun formation. Folter, quick pass. Ooh, almost looked like a face mask there. I'm not even sure how McCrum was able to snag that ball.
Yeah, amazing play by McCrum.
Great
right there,
hands by McCrum.
Yeah.
Looked like he got dragged down by his helmet, but
he's staying out there. He doesn't look to be
and
hurt.
it looks like they're moving the chains, so that was good enough for a 1st down, it looks like. And the Shoremen will be at their own, at the Mustang 9-yard line with a new set of downs. So let's see if the Shoremen can punch one in here. Folter in the shotgun. Benedict behind him. Fake by Folter. Nice pull by Folter. They were really bearing down on Benedict with that, and he was able to pull it and get around the left end and pick up some positive yardage. So now they're second down and goal.
Definitely a good play. You could see that Benedict wanted to take that. It was tight into his chest, and Folter kept his hands on it and pulled it out. Even yanked Benedict a little bit.
And that's it. And if you have a quarterback that can read plays like that and make good decisions, you can really throw the defense off. So here we are with another handoff. This time it looks like it was Nelson, but doesn't get much there. And it'll be 2nd down. And now they're calling for a fumble, but it looks like his forward progress was stopped well before that. So we'll see what the call is. And they're talking about it, but it looked like he was stood up for a while there before they started calling for the ball. So it's going to be interesting to see.
All right, stay Shoreman ball.
Shoreman ball, 3rd down and goal. All right, so we're back here as shotgun, 3rd down and goal. Folter back with Nelson. Snap is back. Folter is flush out of the pocket, looking, And it's complete to Tyler Burke right before Alfolter is brought down, and the Shoremen have their first touchdown of the year to bring them within one of the Mustangs before the half ends. 57.6 seconds left, and man, what a play by Alfolter there to just get that off before he's sacked.
Yeah, and a great play by Burke. You know, he's not giving up on the play. He stays on his route the whole time, and he ends up being wide open, a perfect spot for Alfolter to just drop it off.
And man, that seemed like it was in the air forever. He
Yeah.
was like, where is this going? And Burke comes across the middle from nowhere and is able to come up with the completion. So here we go. Walsh is ready for the extra point attempt. Ball is back, kick is up, and it's good. So we have a tie ball game here with 57 seconds left, with your Shoremen tied with the Mustangs 7-7.
The Shoremen just got to focus on stopping the Mustangs right here. You know, they get the ball coming out of half, I believe, if I remember correctly. And, you know, they can take advantage of that. You do not want Strongsville to get any points on the board right now.
The tendency for the defense to kind of relax a little bit after your offense scores here. You know, I know that's not what you want, but, you know, you hope that your defense doesn't relax here, right? And try to just get into halftime, right? We got to – Mustangs may try to push the tempo a little bit here, so – the good thing is, though, that the defense got a little bit of a rest there. So let's see if they can get a little bit more push up at the line and make things more difficult for the Mustangs. Here's Walsh and the kickoff team ready to go. And the kick is up. Almost out of bounds, kind of bobbles it at the end, and obviously that's a live ball, so you got to.
Yeah, that's a good kickoff right there. You know, gets inside the 20-yard line. That's where you want it. You don't want that touchback.
Same token, a little bit dangerous too, because you don't want it going out of bounds and them getting extra yardage off of that either.
Yeah, but in the past, Walsh has been good at you know, putting that spin on it that it won't bounce out. He's had some really good kicks and punts.
So that kickoff and recovery for the Mustangs puts them at their own 18 to start this drive with 55 seconds to go left in the first half.
What do you think? You think they're going to be aggressive and try to score here, or you think they're going to, you know, roll
I mean,
into the
I think so, and it looks like a little bit of early motion there by the Mustangs. I mean, I was thinking that they're going to try to speed up the tempo. I think Shoreman defense looked a little bit gassed the last two possessions until Stewie's interception there. So that's what I would do. Try to do a little bit up tempo and get the defense on their heels, but that's not the way you want to start with a full start to start off this drive. So first down and 15 here, and here is a handoff to Belvin, and he's stopped maybe a couple yards, but is stopped there by number 10, Derek McCrum.
Yeah, good work by DeCrum. Good work by McCrum, stopping the play right there. You know, Derek, he knows where to go. He's a magnet to the ball, and he stopped the play, let his team come and wrap it up for him.
I think also on that play was another newcomer, well, perhaps not a newcomer to you, but Mitchell McMahon. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah,
McMahon, number 69, with the assist there with McCrum. So that's another newcomer on the defense for the Shoremen. So everybody getting in on the action here this drive. 44 seconds left. And looks like we had a timeout here. But both teams quickly back on the field after that timeout. So second down here for the Mustangs. And looks like they got most of that penalty yardage back, so it's going to be second down and 10. Beard in the shotgun. Quick pass out to the right, and that's number 9. Jeremy Knopf with the reception, and just enough for the first down. So quick play there, and time is winding down. Only 38 seconds and counting now, and they're waiting for the play. I'm just surprised they're not. I mean, I guess you're in your own territory, so you don't want to make a mistake and give up another score. So I'm wondering if this is going to be the last play here of the half. Here's a snap. Beard back to pass again, and too short for the intended receiver there. And
yeah, they're going to have to, play another down.
So 14 seconds left. And I wonder if you just take a knee here.
I don't know if I would take a knee first half, but, hand it to your running back up the
Yeah.
middle, Let that clock run out, but you never know when a run's going to break free. Who knows? You'll get.
Well, they're in the shotgun here. There's a handoff to the running back, and as you said, he's breaking tackles and gets all the way up to the 43. And with 8 seconds left, they're going to move the chains. Let's see if they can get another playoff here. But Xavier Belvin there with a nice run again. And they're going to let the time expire. So with the time expiring there at the end of the half, Shorman 7 and Mustangs 7. And with the Shorman getting the ball back after halftime. Well, Owen, what were your thoughts on the first half? A little bit surprising, low scoring right now, and both defenses kind of dominating at different points of the game.
Yeah, definitely surprised, but defense is stepping up. Some players that are new to the starting lineups this year, players that we haven't seen from this side of it before. Players that have been underground, they've been working on their own, and they have to step up this year, and they've been doing their jobs. But the other half of it is, it's 7-7. You don't see this a lot from the Shoremen. They want to get more points on the board. They want to perform.
And I mean, I think it's clear too. Looks like Strongsville is a lot better team this year than they were last year as well.
Yes.
So they had a young team now, and it looks like they're starting to gel a little bit. Got quarterback looks like he makes good decisions, big and strong. He's able to, face the pass rush and still put it on the numbers for his wide receivers. So they're going to have Shoremen are going to have all they can handle the next half, but we'll see if that offense can get rolling. I think that's going to be the key, is for the offense to start to dominate and take some time off the clock here in the second half and force the Mustangs to get a little bit more aggressive on offense. Well, with that, we're going to take a break here for halftime, and we will be back. And we will have both bands here live for you, and we will come back a little bit before
that feeling of having to rewash dishes that didn't get clean?
The third quarter. And again, we have
Cascade Platinum Plus.
your
With double
Shoreman
the
7,
dog grease fighting power
Mustang
and double
7.
the scrubbing power for a no rewash clean and a cabinet ready shine. Upgrade to new Cascade Platinum Plus. Dare to dish differently.
integrity and honor excellence in the classroom and on the field. We are loyal shoremen, standing for our community, our town, our home. We are one of the top 10 winningest football programs in Ohio, with 39 conference titles, a state championship, and have sent over 100 shoremen to play in college the last 20 years. We believe in football, championship football, 11 as one. Together we shy away from no challenge or opponent. We bow to no man. We bow to no program. We play here because we live here.
Start.
We are shoremen.
Okay, welcome back to Avon Lake Memorial Stadium for the second half of this Week 1 matchup between the Shoremen and the Mustangs. We are knotted at 7 here. First drive for the Mustangs, well, it wasn't their first drive, but their first touchdown drive was a Beard quarterback run for about 5 yards into the end zone. And then after a Luke Stewie interception, the Shoremen marched back, and on a pass to Tyler Burke, were able to knock the score up to 7-7 after an extra point. So those are the scoring drives from your first half, and that's where we stand going into the second half. Owen, what are your keys for the Shoremen coming into the second half here?
Yeah, I think they definitely had some talks in the locker room, especially defensively. I know that there's only 7 on the board for Strongsville right now, but they need to stop that quarterback. He's hard to tackle, and the whole defense is having a hard time tackling everyone. They're getting a few more yards than they should on every play, and that leads to long drives down the field, which gets stretched out, and that's tough to stop.
And one of the other things that's difficult too is when you extend plays like that. Your DBs have to cover for longer, right? So with having a strong quarterback like that can deliver outside of the pocket, on the run, on his back foot, that's something that is going to be difficult if they're not going to get hits on him, clean hits on him, and get him down to the ground. That's going to be problematic for them all game. Now the good thing is they get the ball back in the second half after a little bit of offensive momentum. So let's see if the Shoremen can sustain a long drive and give their defense a little bit of rest. I felt like their defense was on the field quite a bit that first half.
Yeah, definitely want the ball more, want to pound it. You know, they had to punt more times than they would have. You know, kickoffs are what you want when you're an offense.
And speaking of, here's a kickoff by Strongsville, and back is, and that's a free ball, and it looks like it's going to go to the Mustangs, who on a similar play last half, Ian Walsh kicked it towards the sideline, and the Shoremen almost recovered it. And here's the same thing, a little squib kick, and the Shoremen a little bit too hesitant, and Mustangs aggressively get after that kickoff, and with a live ball, now they're going to be in good scoring position here. Looks like they're going to be in the red zone on the 18-yard line by the Shoremen, and special teams coach and the head coach have to be pretty upset about that little mental gap there by the Shoremen.
Yeah, because, you know, that's how they react a lot on punts. You know, they let it dive, but you can't do that on a kickoff.
Here's Beard with a designed run to the left end and gets about 3 or 4 yards there. And so we'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Mustangs. That's definitely not how you want to start out the half, and now you're putting your defense in a tough position here in the red zone. Let's see if the Shoremen can weather the storm here early in the third quarter, and it looks like there was a hold there, so that's going to march the Mustangs back 10 yards. And
yeah, Shoremen can sit a little bit more comfortably here. You know, obviously this isn't the situation you want to be in, but, you know, take advantage of the penalty and get that ball back.
Beard back to pass. Quick pass, but low, and intended for number 84. That's Michael Marrero, and he's unable to come up with the catch. So we are going to be at 3rd down and
2nd down.
Oh, 2nd down. Well, oh yeah.
The penalty.
Okay. Yeah, I thought he had the run there at the beginning, but yeah, you're right. It's 2nd down and 20 here. The ball on the 28. But they called that one back. So we're 2nd down and 20. 11:43 left. Here's Beard back to pass. Long pass towards the right pylon and almost picked off by number 4.
Yeah, that's Anthony Benedict. That's another two-way player that, you know, he gets in the way of that ball, and he's a starting running back on this offense. You know, it's nice to see him out on the defense.
Haven't seen him much on defense. At least didn't see him in the first half. So nice play there by Benedict to break up that pass. So now we're 3rd down and 20. And it looks like we have another penalty, but it's declined. So we are going to get to 3rd down, I believe, here. It's 3rd down and 20. The Mustangs are set up in the shotgun here with Beard and his running back, Belvin. And Belvin stood up there for a second and keeps the legs churning and is able to get all the way down to the 11-yard line. He's going to be short of the 1st down, but good effort there by Belvin to pick up some extra yardage after the initial contact.
It looks like the offense is staying out there, you know, being aggressive, but Shoremen got to make sure that they stay onside. You know, you don't want to jump, you don't want to get into that neutral zone because you don't want to give them a free 1st down. That's the last thing you want right now.
Shotgun formation again for the Mustangs. 2 out to the right, 1 out to the left. Belvin back there with Beard. Beard's going to take it himself. He's stuffed at the line. He's going to get an extra push. And it looks like he is denied. So great push up front by the Shoremen defensive line, and the Mustangs turn it over on down. So now we'll have the Shoremen with what should be their 2nd possession, or at least they're going to be to their 1st possession after that that kickoff that went unrecovered. So Shoremen now pinned against their own end here, but have a little bit of room. They're going to take it at their 9. Affolter in the shotgun. And Nelson is next to him with 3 wide receivers to his left. And there's offsides by number 7 there. Strongsville Storm Miller tried to jump the count, and the Shoremen are going to get some free yardage here.
Make it easy, give you a little bit more space in the backfield. Way to alter the snap count too. Have that good communication on offense.
1st and 5 now for the Shoremen. Fulter back, and a little miscommunication there on the route. Al Fulter thought there was going to be a different route combination there, and throws it to space, and luckily no Mustangs were there to make a play on it. So 2nd down and 5.
Not a bad place to be in, coming off of an incomplete pass. It's not late clock like it was last half. You don't need to rush it down the field. Just take your time.
Yeah, almost a free play there, right? Because you only have 5 yards to go, so you can take a shot if you need to. And I'm not sure what's going on here.
I think the referee
maybe an
had
equipment
with
thing?
Equipment, yeah, mouth
so
guard. Yeah.
Here comes, it looks like Kemmer's going to come in. Is that for the center? Yeah, it looks like number 50, Timmy Kemmer, is going to replace the center here. And here's shotgun. He's got 2 backs with him. There's a handoff to Nelson, who gets ahead of steam and is able to pick up the 1st down and more. And brought down by the Mustangs there, and they'll take it their 25. And now the Shoremen are going to speed it up a little bit, try to catch the Mustangs sleeping here. But a little bit slow now to get the play in from the sideline. And now they got it. Fulter back with 2 backs next to him. Hand off to Benedict. Benedict eating up a few yards there.
Good job falling forward again. These running backs, they're not scared to get hit, and that's valuable when you can get a few extra yards out after the contact.
2nd down and 6. Ball at the 29-yard line. Benedict's going to come out. Looks like we got Burke, Stewie, Stewart, and McCrum. McCrum in motion, or that's Stewart in motion. Oh! And was that a backwards pass? So another turnover here by the Shoremen. They're trying to get Stewart in motion, and that's got to be that's one of those you don't have the benefit of replay, because that had to be close. They were pretty even with each other, so I don't know if that's supposed to be designed as a backwards pass or if that's supposed to be a screen. But at any rate, it's a turnover for the Mustangs, or I'm sorry, for the Shoremen. The Mustangs will now have the ball again deep in Shoreman territory.
Let's see if the Shoreman defense can do what they did last drive, make a stop, take advantage.
Beard with a little screen pass to Belvin with some room, and he's brought down at the 20.
Yeah, McCrum on the tackle right there.
That last pass with Stewart in motion, it looked like the defender knew exactly what was coming. Alfolter almost didn't even see him, it looked like, but he was right there. They're lucky he didn't intercept it and take it to the house on that play. So we'll see if the defense can save the offense here once again. And Beard is in the shotgun with Belvin. 2 out right, 1 wide receiver out left, and we got another false start on the Mustangs. So
yeah, they're killing themselves with penalties this half. They had an amazing opportunity to get into the end zone, they didn't. And now they have another pretty good opportunity again. And, they're killing themselves with penalties. Now it's 2nd and long when it could have been 2nd and medium.
Yeah, and you kind of feel like in a game like this, you kind of feel that the Shoremen offense is going to figure it out. So if you can't take advantage of these opportunities, traditionally the Shorman defense has been pretty strong. And here's a deep pass to the front pylon. Shorman were on a blitz by McCrum there, was able to force Beard into a quick throw. Wasn't on target, though, and there was good coverage there by Nelson. So we're seeing Nelson here at DB as well, two-way player. So,
I mean, these running backs are fast, so they're not bad guys to have playing quarterback.
So 3rd down and 9 at the 26. Here's Beard with the snap, and is that going to be another false start? And it's called an illegal snap there. What's happening with the Mustangs here? Do you have any idea of what's going on, why their communication is off here?
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe they're riding high on confidence after 2 big turnovers. You know, both times that they got this ball, it's been off of a turnover, and I think they might be riding a little high and not communicating, you know, just wanting to roll with that momentum, but you still got to focus.
And here comes a blitz. Beard flushed out, but he's tackled quickly, and that's number 12, Michael Pace. And Shorman bringing a little bit more pressure this second half, trying to force Beard into some quick decisions, and it seems to be working out for them for the most part. I know Mustangs have had a short field, but they haven't been able to do much other than the Beard run that was called back by penalties. So here we are now, 4th and 12. They're going for it. Get the sense of the Mustangs know they got to score touchdowns here to win this game. And here's Beard, rolls out to the left. Here comes McCrum with the pressure, and it's broken up by Stewie.
Good defensive play by Stewie right there, but
looks like he was a little bit banged up on that play. And let's hope he's okay.
He's up and moving, so let's hope it's not too serious. You know, you never want that for any player, especially not week 1. The trainer's out with him right now.
Stewie was looking for his 2nd interception of the game there. And looks like he's limping, but he's coming off on his own power, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, hopefully just a cramp or something. You know, just stretch those legs, drink some water, you can walk it off.
But again, it looks like, you know, Shorman they're starting to be able to anticipate what Beard wants to do with the ball, even with those rollouts. You got that little design rollout, try to take him away from some of that pressure that's coming, but the DBs are able to roll over and get good coverage on the wide receivers. So they're making plays and making it difficult on Mustangs. And here's a handoff here on 1st down. Couple yards, and that looks like, trying to see that was Jake Bova with the carry. So it looks like Coach Kostelnik's trying to spell some of the offensive guys here, let them play a little bit of defense, get some other guys going on offense, see if they can get a little bit of momentum here. Let's see if they can sustain this drive here after 2 turnovers, really, if you count the kickoff. And here's another handoff, inside handoff to Bova. And he's able to gain about 1, so it's going to be 3rd and 5 here for the Shorman.
Yeah, Bova can definitely be a threat from the backfield. You know, he had, I remember last season, he had some really big runs, and he didn't get as much time on varsity as some people may have wanted to see, but he can definitely be a threat.
Alfolter back in the shotgun, rolls right, looking, and throws it out of bounds. Looks like he might have had McCrum there deep open, but didn't see him. So Shorman punt team will come on.
Yeah, now what you want to see on 3rd and long, you don't want to throw it away, but you know, there are things that you can take from that. You know, they're gonna look at plays like that in film, and yeah, they're gonna say this went wrong, but they're gonna look at certain players and say that went right. Mm-hmm. And Bova on that play, he laid a solid block, and it ended up, the pocket did end up collapsing on Affolter, but Bova, you know, he ran his line and he lowered his shoulder into somebody, and I love to see that from a running back.
There's a pump by Walsh, and Walsh puts it over both the heads of both, and then it's picked up. I thought it was going to be down. It was picked up by number 6, but they're still going to be pinned back on their own 12-yard line. Walsh put it over the heads of the receiving team. It looked like Shoreman were going to down it on the 1, and Mustangs are able to get it away from that goal line. That's not where you want to be.
Yeah, so amazing punt. That's exactly where you want to put it if you're a punter, and right over the heads of the return team and sitting right on that 1-yard line.
So 1st and 10 on the 11 for the Mustangs. We get another shot at it. 5:59 left in the third quarter. Back to pass. Here's Belvin now. And he's brought down right at the 11. Doesn't look like he picked up much.
Yeah, good tackle by Carter Surgeon right there. You know, getting your shoulder into somebody's legs and just taking them down. It's good hustle, good play.
And here's Benedict back in at cornerback. Shotgun formation for the Mustangs. Beard. Hands, fake to Belvin. Here's deep toss down the sideline. Looks like he was looking for number 86.
That was a long throw. Like, I know it didn't connect to anyone, but wow.
Yeah, he's got an arm.
Yeah, that almost looked like it was off his back foot a little bit, too. He just wanted to get rid of it. He threw that from what, the 5-yard line, and then landed at the 50?
Yeah, maybe even, yeah. But now it's 3rd and 10, so Shoreman with good coverage on that play.
Referees are talking down on the 5-yard line.
And let's see what the call is. I didn't see a flag on that play, but it does look like Stewie is back in the game, so that's a good sign. Back in his normal safety position there. And Nelson will check in back in the game for number 20. Will Sindelar, who is in for cornerback. So a couple substitutions while the referees get things sorted out.
It seems like...
they did pick up a flag there.
It seems like they are calling it on the Shoreman. I'm not sure what the penalty was, but some miscommunication all around. Like the one ref that picked up the ball, he started walking back like it was a penalty on Strongsville.
And Coach Kostelnik's coming out to get an explanation. And so I'm not even sure. So that was a 15-yarder. So is that personal foul, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have to assume. I'm just lost. I didn't see anything.
It was on the far sideline, so it's a little bit tough for us to see there. But it looks like Mustangs will have a new set of downs. And here's another long pass down the right sideline, and that was intended for number 9, Jeremy Knopf.
Yeah, number 9 right there, Knopf. He's pretty fast. He was running down that sideline. He was defended by Anthony Benedict, and we know that he's one of the fastest kids on this team, and he had him beat by a few steps.
Yeah, a little bit better throw, and that's a completed pass, and trying to stretch the defense here a little bit, but have been unsuccessful on 2 of their long passes this drive. Now here's a handoff to Belvin, and Belvin gets about 3 or 4. And now it'll be 3rd down and 6. with the ball on the 30-yard line.
You know, a play like that from Strongsville, just setting up the pass. Although the Shoremen have been killed by those inside runs and those little bounce outs just one too many times this game.
But at the same time, they've only given up 7 so far. So I mean, they've given up some, but they haven't really had those extended drives. And here's another deep pass, and there's another interception by Stewie, and he will have it at the, and there's a flag, late flag.
That's after the play, though.
Let's see who's it against. That's going to be a personal foul against somebody. But Stewie.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal today. You know, both ends of the ball, he's making huge plays. It's his second interception already.
We kind of see that with Beard, right? He's kind of living off throwing off that back foot. So, I mean, you kind of saw that kind of coming at some point. He wasn't going to be as accurate, and it just kind of hung up there. And Stewie was able to make the play on it. And let's see what the call is.
Looks like it's going to be against Strongsville.
So that puts the Shoremen in Mustang territory, and we have good field position here for really the first time here in the second half with 4:17 left to go. See what the Shoremen can do here with a good field position, and Alfolter in the shotgun. Here's a pass down the seam for number 10. That's McCrum all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that was a dime there to McCrum from Alfolter. Great ball placement.
Great ball and a great catch, both sides. That's the kind of connection that you want. He thread the needle right there between two defenders, and McCrum was able to get his hands right where the ball was, and that's a great play right there on both sides of the play.
So big play there by the Shoremen, sets him up in the red zone. 1st and 5. Affolter now back with Bova. And Bova takes it around the end and plows his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Shoremen.
Yeah, wow, Bova, he's a threat. You know, he'll pound inside and he'll lower his shoulder and get through.
You kind of get this, you got the speed with Nelson and Benedict, and Bova gives you a little bit more aggressiveness. He's a load.
Yeah.
So good, powerful running there by by Bova. Jake Bova with the touchdown puts the Shoremen up 13-7, and awaiting the extra point here by Walsh. And we're going to have a flag before that happens. So now we have both of the Shoremen touchdowns set up by turnovers, right?
Yeah.
Stewie with both interceptions, and that kind of breathes some life into the offense. They got the benefit of the penalty there and allows them to score here late in the third quarter. All right, now we're set again. Here's a snap. Walsh. And blocked. So unable to put an extra point on the board here. So a touchdown will tie it here for the Mustangs. So that's a tough break there for the Shoremen. Let's see if their defense can hold up here.
Yeah, that's not the kind of miss that you can really sacrifice in a game this close. You know, you can't expect Strongsville to just come out and not score. They want those points back, and a touchdown and an extra point is going to give them the lead.
And the Mustangs have been aggressive, and I think they're going to continue to challenge the Shoreman secondary with Beard's arm, balance that out with a few runs. But Shoreman have held their own here in the second half and haven't given them much breathing room, even with the Mustangs down in their own side of the field. Mustangs kind of shot themselves in the foot with a few penalties. So here we are, 13-7 with 3:40 to go. think we're ready here for the kickoff. Walsh lines it up. Delivers it. Into the end zone for a touchback. The Mustangs will have it at the 20, 1st and 10.
And here come the Shortman defense that to come into this game was filled with a lot of question marks, but we really see a lot of players stepping up and taking those empty spots that left last year and
rotating a lot of DBs in and out, and I wonder if that has anything to do with. And there's a pass to Belvin right across the middle for 5. They've had to cover a lot this game because Beard has been able to stand there in the pocket, and even when he's flushed out of the pocket, so they've had to cover a lot. So, giving some of the regular DBs some breathers, try to keep them fresh if they're going to be covering for long periods of time.
Yeah, I think there's also a lot of kids playing both ways. So
yeah.
It's good to have substitutions, especially with so many talented kids.
There's a handoff to Belvin, and he's got room. He's down the sideline to the 40, 41, and knocked out of bounds by Stewie. So 2 positive plays to start here for the Mustangs on this drive. And Stewie and McCrum, no surprise, have been in on almost every tackle for the Shoremen this game.
Yeah, they're aggressive players.
There's the snap. Play action, Beard looking deep for 86, and he has him there at the 35-yard line of the Shoremen. That's Will Dasher again. And the Mustangs have good field position here with 2:32 left in the third quarter.
See, this is where the Shoremen did have a lot of their stops, though, was in this section of the field. So it's kind of no man's land. It's not really field goal range yet for the offensive team, but, it is a threatening spot because that first down, that's where it starts to
and
get
we
scary.
saw them, right, with two times with 4th downs, go for it in this area of the field. And there's a little screen pass there to Belvin, and he is gobbled up there by Pace. Good read by Pace to make the tackle.
There's another player just getting in on the action. This defense is all around just performing today, and I love to see it.
And Pace had a little bit of action last year, right? But he's in a bigger role this year at linebacker, and we've called his name quite a bit tonight. Looks like he came up limping a little bit, but he's going to stay in there. Beard in the shotgun, and more movement. It looks like it's the center. The center keeps moving, or is off on the snap count.
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's a mental thing. You're in a place with this many people around you. You just gotta focus on what you need to.
Bova's coming out. Nelson in. The rotation of DBs continues. Try to keep fresh legs out there for the Shoremen. Back to pass, Beard. He's flushed out again. It looks like Lewis Gallagher and there's a hold. It looks like a lot of pressure there from the defensive line. It looks like Sargent got held up, but Lewis Gallagher at that time broke through and flushed Beard out of the pocket.
Yeah, you love to see that from a player like Lewis, who is, traditionally he really is a really, really good run stopper. But when you see those big guys, they break through and they start to pressure the quarterback on a pass, that quarterback doesn't know what to do with it, and they have to run away with it.
I'm sure those guys, their eyes light up, too, when they get through. They're looking for that first sack, right?
Yeah.
All these guys looking there for their first sack of the year. So here we go. 2nd down and 33. Long way to go here for the Mustangs. See if the Shoremen can force them into another turnover here. Beard back to pass again over the middle. This time looks like number 88. Got a little bit of it back, but brought down at the 40 by Nelson. That was number 88, Logan Brown, on the reception. Mustang's pretty methodical here. They've really slowed down the pace when they have the ball, whereas what I feel like the Shoremen have tried to speed things up a little bit. Beard flushes to the right, and there's McCrum.
Oh my gosh, the hustle from McCrum.
I don't think Beard saw him till the last second, and it was too late. Nice play by McCrum.
Yeah, he had him beeline from the opposite side of the field. He was running, and he got that sideline hyped too.
That's what's so great about having a linebacker like that has safety speed, right, and can just close quickly on the quarterback. So we're going to have the punt team out here for the Mustangs. Got 50 seconds left in the quarter. Stewie back to receive the punt. Got to give the Shoremen credit. And there, saw Stewie there calling for the flag, and a little delay of game there for the Mustangs, so that's going to move them back. I was going to say, you got to give the Shoremen credit here on defense because, it seems like the Mustangs, they've had a little success here running the ball, a couple plays, maybe complete a couple passes, and then it just dies out for them. So give credit to the Shoremen defense who, even when they're giving up positive plays, continue to fight. Continue to bring the pressure on Beard. And here's a punt. And it's another penalty on the play. Didn't go very far. It's gonna be placed at the 28. No chance for Stewie to really return that. It's gonna be a holding on Avon Lake, so they'll be pushed back a little bit further here.
I do want to say that it was a good rush by the line on that punt defensively. I know they didn't get there, but especially on number 95, Tyler Fuente, he really got in there, and he's got a lot of weight that he can throw around. He gets into that hole, and he's over 200 pounds of muscle that will light up a punter.
So we're moving back to the 18-yard line, 1st and 10.
Shoremen just need to take advantage of the game right here. They have the ball back, they have the lead, they have to be smart with it. You still want to be aggressive, but
yeah, you don't want to give them. I mean, obviously it's one score, right? But you don't want to give them any kind of breathing room here, or any kind of signs of life here. You don't want to give up a big turnover or anything like that. Just keep moving the ball down the field like you've been, and put some more points on the board. Here's Alfolter back. And that would look like a misread there.
Yeah, I mean, he saw McCrum, and
I think that was Stewart, actually.
Oh, yes. My apologies.
But, yeah, you're right. He thought he had him deep, but Stewart ended up running out there, and just a little miscommunication. Also, I think he had Stewie on the seam there. They had everything set up for him. But not a bad play on 1st down, though, right?
Try to get that long play, get that chunk of yards.
Here's Alfolter back in the shotgun. Trips to the left. Here's a handoff.
I believe that's Benedict.
Little delay there to Benedict to get some positive yards. Try to make a manageable 3rd down. 3rd down and 5 coming up here for the Shoremen. And let's see, are they going to get one off before the 3rd quarter ends?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, they're going to let it go down. So as the 3rd quarter winds down, we're sitting at 13-7. and again, I know we keep saying, but I did not expect this. I did not expect a defensive battle here. I thought we were going to see some scoring, especially from the Shoremen with all the skill players they had returning. But give credit to the Mustangs who have their defensive line has been able to make some plays, and they haven't given up a whole lot of big runs. It's really been the arm of Al Folter and the receivers that have opened up things for the offense.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with a defensive battle. You know, defensive players, they don't get the credit that offensive players do all the time, but you see right here from both teams, you know, they're putting in the work. And 13-7, that's a low-scoring game, if you ask me.
So you've been in these situations before. It's a fourth quarter. It's a one-score game. You know, what are the players saying to each other on the sidelines? What are the offensive and defensive coaches saying to their players as you go into the fourth quarter here?
I think with the lead, you're trying to stay confident. You're trying to stay with that momentum that you have, no matter how big it is. You have the lead. And you want to stay confident, and you want to stick to your game plan.
And there's a snap, and it looks like Carter Burke there with a quick out is able to scamper for the first down. Nice quick pass there by Al Folter. The connection to Burke. And the Shoremen will have it at 31 with a new set of downs.
This is what you want. I mean, I know there's still 12 minutes left, but these long drives can really be helpful later on.
Al Folter is going to take a sack here. Flag on the play.
The flag looked like it was near the end of the play. Like, I don't know if
maybe a late hit.
Late hit or maybe something on the tackle. Like, was a hold. The flag just came out a little late.
Al Folter didn't have a lot of time there as defensive lineman got in there pretty quick on that play. So, and they're going to be pushed back there with the sack and the penalties. Second and 13. It looks like they're going to take the down. So here's Al Folter back again. Pass down the middle and just out of reach of Stewart. Just a little bit too much on it, but good route there by Stewart, and he was open. I think he was going to run for a while if he caught that one.
Yeah, he had an open lane, and he was out there, but, you know, unfortunately, right above his hands, maybe even brushed his fingertips. And
all right, third down and 13. Shoreman going to try to sustain this drive here and keep the ball away from the Mustangs with this one-score lead. Four wide. Here's the handoff, fake handoff, and there's a pass in the flat to McCrum, and he's only gets about 5 yards. Creative play design there, but unable to get the first down.
What do you think of that play,
Paul? I don't have a problem with that. I think, you know, they've done a lot of passes down the middle and on the outside. I know they just got that first down with Burke with a quick out, so I don't mind that little creativity there with and you're getting into here's a high snap, and and looks like Walsh tried to throw it out of the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown instead, and I think, you know, that's a tough play. That doesn't happen that often, but I think you probably want to take the safety there.
Yeah.
Kick it out of the back of the end zone and take the safety.
Yeah, and I know Walsh is definitely disappointed right now, but he's never in that situation. He's not thinking. He's just thinking that he needs to get the ball out of that end zone.
He's trying to save a touchdown there, but in hindsight, you know, you give them 2 points there and you still have the lead and give your defense a chance to maintain it. So
a defense that has been performing so far.
So tough play there on special teams. And now the Mustangs have an opportunity to take the lead with this extra point. And the Mustangs take the lead with the extra point there. Disappointing series of plays there. You know, I was going to say, you know, you asked me about that play call. You know, I was going to say, like, you want to get it in McCrum's hands if you can, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't really touched the ball that much, so I wonder if it was one of those things where, like, hey, let's get him the ball and see if he can do something with it. Didn't turn out the way they hoped. And miscued there on special teams, and now the Mustangs have the lead. So,
yeah, it's also situational. Like, in that situation, they had a long way to go, and they already tried long passes multiple times. Like, the other team knows what's coming. You know, you have to try to throw them off, and like you said, get them into a player that you know can take it far, put it in his hands. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. But yeah, I didn't hate the play call either.
So here we go. Now with Mustangs with the lead, they're going to kick it off here. We've got Nelson back with the awaiting the return, and it looks like Anthony Benedict as well. So now the offense is going to have to bounce back here after that miscue there on special teams. And here's the kick, little squib kick, again picked up by Bova. And Bova's going to be brought down just beyond the 30. Probably forward progress gets him to the 32.
That's the second time that Strongsville has kicked it straight to Bova.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's intentional, but it seems like they don't want to get it back to Nelson and Benedict, but Bova's a threat, and he's proved it today.
Yeah.
He got stuffed up right there, but they might have been better off kicking it farther back.
Maybe, but we do know that Nelson has a 99-yard return under his belt from last year.
Yes, he
so
does.
Maybe not too bad of a decision. And there is a huge catch by Stewie in the middle of two people. Great snag by Stewie, and Stewie just wanted that ball. He wanted that ball more than anyone else, and
he did not stop running. He had the yards after catch right there were phenomenal.
And from what I hear, Stewie has some of the best hands, and he's a strong player. So, you know, he's able to make those tough catches over the middle. I've heard guys say that if it's close to him, he's coming down with it.
And he's still young. He's only a junior. You know, he's got this whole season and next to prove himself.
And off to Nelson, off the right tackle there, and almost it looks like he got the first down there. So nice 10-yard pickup there by Nelson, and here we have the Shoreman rolling. And this is how you want your offense to react after a tough play like that. You want them to be the aggressors on offense and bring it to the defense after giving up the lead there. So let's see if the Shoreman can answer. 1st and 10 on the 15. There's another handoff to Nelson up the middle and brought down at the 4. So 2 strong runs by Nelson. And I tell you what, might just keep feeding him. He looks determined right now. Unfortunately he's banged up here a little bit. Hopefully he's all right, but Benedict's going to come into the game for him. Shotgun formation, Al Folter looking to the sideline for the call. Here's the snap. Benedict inside run and nowhere to go there.
The defensive pressure right there, you know, the offensive line just couldn't stop it or punch through it.
So they're going to lose yards on that play, but it's still 2nd and 7. Now, probably doesn't make that big of a difference, but difference between being on the 4 and the 7, give you a little bit more freedom there with the passing game here.
Oh yes, you took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, you have more time for the plays to develop, and that defense is less condensed. You know, it's more spaced out, more gaps.
Bobbled pass there by Alfolter. Flushes to the left. He's got room. Oh, he like clothesline there at the 2-yard line. And looks like he's all right, but man, that was a vicious hit there on Alfolter.
Yeah, it was.
But he's able to bring it down to the 2.
Yeah,
Man.
that's an aggressive play right there. I mean, Alfolter's the kind of quarterback that you expect to slide. You know, he can definitely use his feet, but you expect him to get down, and that's aggressive right there. You know, getting the extra yard or two that, you know, could be a good help.
So I like this, bringing the fullback in Van Ewen, and then we got Jake Bova back in at running back. So that gives you that power back you might want here down at the goal line. And he's going to set up behind Alfolter. And here's the snap. Gives it to Bova, and he's in, untouched. They wanted no part of Bova on that one.
Yep.
And the Shoremen take the lead again.
Yeah, that's an excellent play by Bova. He's really proved himself today. Like I said earlier, a player that didn't get a ton of playing time last year, but you know, he still shined when he did, and this year he's getting the ball in that red zone. He's punching it in, and it's only been not even one game yet, and he's really shown me how appreciated he could be by this team.
And Bova coming off the sideline just kind of gave a little shrug with his hands up like, hey, just keep giving it to me.
Yeah.
You know? And here we go we're setting up for a 2-point conversion here. We got 4 out to the left and timeout for Strongsville. They weren't anticipating the 2-point conversion there, and they want to make sure that they got the right defense set up.
Yeah, it almost looked like Avon Lake wanted to get that conversion off fast, but they just couldn't in time for the timeout. You know, wanted to catch them off guard, didn't want to let them call a timeout. And now you think, do they still go for the 2?
Well, it's good. I mean, they made them burn a timeout, right? So
yeah.
that helps you later down the road here in the game if it's still a tight game. So even if they don't go for 2, I feel like they won on that particular possession there.
Yeah, it looks like most of that group is still staying out there though.
Well, and that'll make it a 7-point game, right? So there's really no difference here, right? I mean, other than you go for 1 and they still can beat you, you know, with a touchdown and extra point. So why not go for 2 here? I don't get all the fancy algorithms that the NFL coaches get to see when you're supposed to go for 2 or not, but I'm sure they have it down there.
Yeah, and you got to trust the coaching staff. I know that special teams is taken very seriously by Avon Lake. I know that Coach Marsala focuses on it every week a lot in practice, and it is valued a lot.
So they are going to stick with going for 2. A little bit different formation here as we got two wide receivers flanked to each side. Benedict back there with Alfolter. Here's the snap. Alfolter looking. And it looks like it was deflected there by the Mustangs, and so the 2-point conversion isn't successful, but they did get the Mustangs to call a timeout there, so let's see if that makes a difference down the road.
I do like the assertiveness, and I do like the play call too. I don't know if you saw it, but on our near side, McCrum was wide open, and Alfolter just didn't have the time to get it to him or see him down there. But
yeah, it looked like he initially looked for Stewie on that slant, and they kind of shaded his way, tried to come back across the middle, and there was nothing there. So we have 8:03 here left in the fourth quarter. Avon Lake up now 19-14 on the Mustangs. Mustangs will get it back here with plenty of time here, down only 5. Let's see what the defense can bring. They've had a little bit of time off. They've been able to catch their breath here after 2 straight offensive possessions. So let's see if they can bring some pressure. Let's see if the defense gets a little bit aggressive here as Walsh kicks it into the end zone for a touchback. We saw a little bit of pressure, a little bit of blitzing at the beginning of the third quarter. Haven't seen that much since. So let's see if defense gets a little bit creative here as they're up 1 score with time winding down.
Now, if you're the defensive coordinator, how do you play this? Do you play it aggressive? You want to get that ball back, or do you play it safe? You know, you have the lead. You just want to prevent them from scoring. You know, I know it doesn't sound like there's a difference, but I feel like it's the way you approach it.
It's tough as Beard gives the handoff to Belvin, who breaks free and pushes his way along with his lineman past the first down. It's tough because I feel like the Mustangs use a lot of the same formations, so it's like you probably want to predict or make certain calls based on down and distance, based on formation, to kind of predict when you think a blitz might be successful, when you think it's timely, but you also don't want to take a big risk here and have them have a big play as well. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. So they just rush 4 here. Beard back to pass, flushed out of the pocket to the right, and connects to number 9 after a big hit from McCrum.
Yeah,
Jeremy Knopf with the catch again. He's had a big day today.
2 long plays right there. That offensive line, though, Carter Surgeon, he's asking for a hold, and I think I might have given it to him. I'm starting to watch the defensive line a little more. You know, they're doing a really good job of pressuring, but it's tough when you're being held like Surgeon.
And here's another false start on the Mustangs. They've just been plagued by these all game long, and you wonder what kind of success they would have without half of these penalties, because they have been able to move the ball at times. But so we're back down to 1 first down and 15 at the 37-yard line. Beard back in the shotgun. Beard, quick pass over the middle to number 85, Dasher. He's got room, and he's tackled and carried past the first down marker and a little bit more. Looks like they'll mark him at the 46.
Big play after big play right here from Strongsville, and it's not what you want to see if you're in maroon and gold right now.
Yeah, they've had some success flooding to one side of the field and leaving that middle of the field open here, and it's another penalty for the Mustangs. So Shorman catch another break here. An illegal man downfield.
I believe
it's interesting being in the press box, hearing some of the the other coaches saying like what the Mustangs will work on for the next week. They've been plagued by penalties here, especially in the second half.
Yeah. If I heard correctly up here in the press box, I think they have around 115 yards in penalties.
Ooh, and there's for Belvin again with the carry, and is driven outside by a couple of Shorman, and now we have another penalty. This looks like it's going to be a personal flag, as it looks like number 16, and that is Nathan Haven. Looks like he was in a little scrum there on the sideline. We'll see who this goes against.
Derek McCrum's coming off with a little bit of a limp. It looks like Owen Fatch is coming out to replace him.
All right, so we'll hope that's nothing serious. Just a little bit banged up there on that play.
Yeah, you know, maybe just a little Charlie horse or a cramp.
Yep. So
it's always good to see when they walk off themselves.
And it will be against the Shorman, so Mustangs will get all that yardage back that they just lost from the previous penalty. Well, at least most of it, and they'll be in just inside Shorman territory here.
What a weird down and distance. It's
First down and one.
First and one.
Yeah, you don't see that often, huh? And it's almost like you got a free play, right?
Right.
But they're gonna take the first down here as Belvin bounces off the tackle and gets to the outside down the sideline to the 35-yard line. So big run there by Belvin. Another set of substitutions here for the defense.
Looks like the clock is still running, just passing 6 minutes. I thought he rolled out of bounds right there.
Yeah, must have landed in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And Beard with another handoff here to Belvin, and this time he's stuffed at the line by a horde of shoremen. Looks like number 32's in on the tackle.
Yeah, Felipe Caruvabus, he's a very all-around player. You know,
senior.
Yeah, he's a senior multi-sport athlete, and they do have a lot of those on here. He's a talented wrestler too.
There's a quick pass, and did he grab it? Okay, well, I thought he may have bobbled it, but it looks like they're going to call it a catch, and that's number 84, Michael Marrero. And that'll give them a third down and short here with 4:53 and counting left in the game. So the Mustangs inching down the field here, getting closer and closer to the red zone. Beard in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Pulls it back, flushed by Pace.
Wow, nearly intercepted by Benedict right there.
And, yeah, good pass break up there by Anthony Benedict. So, nice stop there by Benedict. Benedict, he's been rotating in here and there, and he's made some big plays.
Yeah, and I really like to see the rotations that they have going for them. Like, it's very valuable to have multiple players that can play the same position and can come in and out. You know, if someone goes down or someone needs a rest, you can put somebody in that you're not going to be worried about.
So this is interesting. So the Shoremen take the penalty, and it's going to be 3rd and 7 instead of 4th and 2. And here's a blitz by Pace trying to get around Beard. Scrambles, Surgeon stops him, and he's ultimately brought down by Cover. How do you pronounce his last name again?
I believe it's Covarrubias.
Covarrubias.
I know. When I played football with him, we just called him Felipe.
Well, Felipe had a great tackle there to bring it to 4th down, and the Mustangs are going to go for it here with 4th and 6 with 4 minutes left. Beard back to pass, rolls right, he's flushed, and there's a pass to the back pylon, and it is incomplete.
He keeps throwing off his back foot.
Fuente was in his face the whole time. Nice pass rush by Fuente.
And he has a good arm. He can throw it really far, even off that back foot, but he can't keep relying on that because he tends to throw it off target or too far when he's leaning back away from a player. Like he needs to get the ball off faster, or be able to get away and set his feet.
Yeah, and it seems like every time he rolls right, it seems like receivers are going deep. I wonder how successful it'll be if they started coming back to the ball. Like, okay, we're not going for a touchdown, but let's come back to the ball, and that's going to be tough on the defenders when you're coming back to the ball. That's harder to defend, I would imagine, and you can pick up good yardage that way. And here's Al Folter now, 1st and 10 after the turnover on downs. Al Folter hands it off to Bova. Bova breaks the tackle, but is ultimately brought down. looks like number 75 and number 56 for the Mustangs on the tackle. Ison Mitchell and Jimmy Vogerl on the play. So a couple of yards for Bova there, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout, another timeout by the Mustangs, who are trying to save some clock here before the end of the game to see if they can get one more opportunity to score.
Yeah, if you're the Shoreman right here, what do? Do you run? Do you run, just try to get first downs, run that clock out? Or do you play a little assertive? I mean, it's second and pretty long. They still have 8 yards to go. Do you throw the ball here down the middle, or do you take another run, let that clock keep ticking?
I think you got to throw it at least once this series just to keep them honest and try to string some first downs together, even if it's a short out. You know, they want to be aggressive. I think they're going to be pinching down on the run. So if they can get some yardage here with the pass and get a first down, I think that's going to be good for the Shoremen. And Alfolter with the fake, he keeps it and is able to pick up a few yards, and it looks like we're going to have another it looks like we're going to have a personal foul on the Mustangs here. And that's got to be frustrating for the Mustangs and the coaching staff. It was going to be 3rd and 4. You had a chance to get the ball back, and now it looks like the chains are going to move again. And Mustang defense is moving back. So with that 15-yard penalty, that's going to put the Shoremen into Mustang territory. So now you're in your opponent's territory. You can be a little bit more aggressive here.
I would be. You know, it's a spot where if you do turn it over, it's not as much of a threat as if you did in your own territory. Obviously, you don't want to turn it over ever, but
there's a handoff to Benedict, and he is stopped quickly as that Mustang rush got upfield in a split second there, and there was nothing Benedict could do. So another timeout by the Mustangs. And that's the thing, like with that penalty, now Mustangs had to take another timeout, right? If they could have somehow stopped them on 3rd down, then you got, 2 minutes or so plus you got a timeout. Now there's down no timeouts. 2:55. So we got another waiting on the timeout here as the Shoremen will have the ball here. 2nd 11. Looks like they lost a little bit of yards on that carry. And we're at the 50. And Alfolter in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, and he is sacked quickly.
Wow, just 2 plays in a row when they're not able to get the ball anywhere, taking a loss of both plays.
It looks like they wanted to take a shot down the field. And I think that the short pass would have been open there, but it's tough to,
it's a tough
easy to
read.
say now. Yeah.
On a play like that, he's probably reading high to low, so he's probably looking for those further passes first. And when he's getting blown up, he doesn't have the time to read those shorter passes.
So that brings us to 3rd and 16. And it looks like the Mustangs probably get the ball back, and Avon Lake's going to take a timeout here after they burn some clock here. us do our escape before they go off. All right, so after the timeout, the Shoremen have a 3rd and 16. I'm guessing they're going to try to just get as much yardage as they can on a run play here to keep it conservative and then try to pin the Mustangs back as far as they can for this last drive to try to secure this win. So Alfolter now in the shotgun, and he's back to pass. Across the middle, and it's open to number 9,
That's Burke.
And good thing they didn't listen to me on that. And they're able to extend the drive and get a little deeper into Mustang territory there. And now they can run even more clock and make it more difficult on the Mustangs or put up a score and put this game out of reach.
Yeah, right here I think you want one more first down, and then you can start running it up the middle, and you can try and trust Walsh to make a field goal, kind of secure at least overtime.
So 1st and 10 from the 37 of the Mustangs. Here's a handoff to Bova. Nice cut by Bova. He brings it upfield, and he has another first down. So Bova does just what you wanted, right?
Yeah.
Give them another first down, and now they're in pole position here to end this game.
Yeah,
great cut by Bova on that. Good vision. And looks like they're going to end this by taking a couple knees here. And
they do say that victory formation is the most beautiful, the most beautiful play in football.
All right. Affolter takes a knee there. So the Shoremen are going to win this game 19-14 in what was a pretty competitive game. I don't think any of us expected to be this competitive when we started, but give credit to the Mustangs defense. And they might be a team to be reckoned with. They clean up those penalties and get their offense rolling. They got a nice quarterback who's tough to bring down and dynamic with the ball. He's got a good arm. Shoreman able to keep them under wraps for the most part as Affolter takes the final knee, and the Shoremen officially win their first game of 2023, 19-14.
Yeah, you're only scheduled to play every team once, but I wouldn't be disappointed in a Strongsville playoff game. That could be an interesting game to watch.
Now Strongsville's D1 though, right? Are they a little bigger than us?
You know what? I don't know. You might be right about that.
Yeah, I think they're D1, so I don't think that we would see them in the playoff, but I could be wrong about that. As the players are shaking hands at midfield along with the coaches. So overall, great game by Avon Lake. What would you like to see out of them next week as after they got the first game jitters out?
I think a lot of it's just ironing everything out. You still got a lot of things that might be a little rusty. You haven't seen any live action until today, so now you've seen it. Now you know what you need to work on. And overall, I was impressed with a lot, but there's certain things that are really fast running backs that tend to go for long runs. You didn't see a lot from them, and they had good games, don't get me wrong, but and that's a credit to everyone. The quarterback, making the right read on a handoff, the offensive line making the right blocks, and the running back, making the right cuts. And it's not just one guy, but You know, and then you have guys that performed that, not that you wouldn't expect them to, just guys that really went above and beyond than they had to, like Bova, and you know, some offensive players playing defense. Like you love to see things like that.
Well, good first game overall by the Shoremen. 19-14 was your final tonight. We'll be back in a couple of weeks for the next home game. For Anchor News Now, I'm Drew Gardner with Owen Budzar, and we'll see you next time. Go Shoremen.
Go Shoremen.
the Avon Lake.